Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science. So today in this content I will be talking about the secrets of Vargottama planets. It's a very important topic in Vedic astrology, but before I start let me share my heartfelt condolences to all the people and family who have lost their loved ones, their near and dear ones. 4 days back in a plane crash in Ahmedabad, a highly unfortunate and devastating event. If you can just remember or you can just search it on internet, you will see that it caught fire after the crash in a fraction of second, and it's a like explosive fire. If I talk about it astrologically or any kind of explanation regarding to astrological planetary energies or transits, it can be directly linked with the transit of Mars and its conjunction with Ketu in the sign of Leo, that fiery events. Mars is also aspecting Aquarius, where Rahu is transiting. Aquarius is a airy sign, Leo is a fiery sign. So, and with respect to mundane results or global effects, if you see that, be it the results of war related to Israel or Iran or Russia Ukraine conflicts recently in the recent um, 1 month or recent 2 weeks, if you can see, then I will say that it is a direct link of the impact of Mars, and in the regional states also of India, you will see that many things are going on. So I will say that this is something linked with the impact of Mars, its result in the fiery sign of Leo and conjunction with Ketu, and I can see more to it after Saturn turns retrograde in Pisces. And not only retrograde, the moment Saturn turns stationary, so that will be after first week of July. So that can actually be more enhancement to what is happening right now. Okay. So now let us talk about the secrets of the Vargottama planets. And yes, I have talked about all of this in my last content in the transit of Mars in the sign of Leo. If you have not watched it, you can watch it because I've talked about the global effects all around. Okay. Now let me talk about the Vargottama planets. The planets can be called as Vargottam. That is the means what we say Vargo mein Uttam. That is, in all the Varga charts, the placement of the planet becomes Uttam, means best. In all of the Varga chart, the placement of the planet becomes best. That is what we say Vargottam planets. So when does a planet turns Vargottam? When a planet is placed in a particular zodiac sign in your D1 chart, in your Lagna chart, and the same planet will be placed in the same zodiac sign in the D9 chart, that is the Navamsa chart, then the planet is said to be as Vargottama. Like suppose your Jupiter is placed in the sign of Leo in your Lagna chart, in your D1 chart. The same Jupiter happens to be placed in Leo in your D9 chart or the Navamsa chart. So we can say that your Jupiter is Vargottama. Now the question comes, there are so many Varga charts, why only the D9 chart? Why only the Navamsa chart? Because after the Lagna chart, that is the D1 chart, the next most important divisional chart becomes the Navamsa chart, that is the D9 chart. In fact, D9 chart will show you the actual true nature, behavior, actions of a native, of an individual. What a person is from within. That is the reason D9 shows the soul of a person. D1 is the external representation, means what you can see me or what I can see someone else. That is the D1. What a person is from within, what his or her internal thoughts are, behavior, that is D9. So whenever a planet will be in the same zodiac sign in D1 and D9, the planet becomes Vargottama. So now the question comes that how does a Vargotam planet acts, how does it give its results? So in order to talk about that, let me decode the secrets of the Vargotam planet. So number one, how do a Vargotam planet gives its results, or how does it work? We have to understand one thing, that Vargotam planets, since it is posited in the same zodiac sign in the D1 and D9, it means it is very powerful with respect to that sign. So you can say that it will act out of purity, it will act out of purpose, it will show its true nature. So it will give its complete result. So someone will say that, I have a Vargotam planet, so it's very good, it's very auspicious. Yes, having a Vargotam planet is considered to be auspicious, but in which aspect, that we have to understand. Since I say it will give its complete result, complete result means since it is a continuation of the journey of the planet in the same sign, that means it will not distract, it will not deviate from its path. So suppose if you have a exalted Vargotam planet, so definitely you can expect some benefic results, highly auspicious results related to the planet. Or suppose if your planet is placed in a friendly sign, in good dignity, in the D1 and D9 in the same sign, that is it is Vargottam, so you can expect some good results, very good results, auspicious results. But suppose if a planet is debilitated, or if a planet is not in good dignity in that D1 and D9 in that same sign, that is in the Vargottam, so what will happen? It will not deviate from its path, it will not get distracted only because you feel that, oh, my planet is Vargottam, so I will get good results. No, as I say, it will give its complete result. That means if the dignity of the planet is not right, if the dignity of the planet is not correct, then that kind of results will also be obtained, which can also lead to difficult paths, which can also lead to difficult results. Okay, so it will give its complete result, good for good, bad for bad, if I be very precise with my words. Okay, now comes that the second aspect. Why do someone will have a Vargottam planet in their chart? Because it's a very rare event. Rarely it happens that someone will have Vargottam planets or more than one Vargottam planets. It's a very rare event. Every now and then you will not see someone having Vargottam planet in their chart. So why do certain people will only have Vargottam planet in their chart? It's mainly because of two reasons. Reason number one, maybe in your past life you have cultivated the significance of that planet to its highest position. So now destiny has given you the chance to continue the path. It has given you the chance that, okay, you have cultivated the results of the planet, I am giving you the chance to reap the results out of it. Or suppose you have worked hard, very hard, regarding the significance of that particular planet. So now the divine power, that destiny has given you the results. Okay, you reap the good results out of it. This is the number one result. This is the number one reason I will say. Number two, it may happen that you have worked hard for that planet in your past lives, but you didn't get the chance to get the result out of it. It may happen that you have worked hard, like suppose many will say that, I am doing so much hard work, but I am not getting the results out of it. So suppose someone's Venus is exalted and it is also Vargottam. So that means in their past life they were highly particular regarding their partner. They were very caring, they were very kind, they were very affectionate, not only to their partner but also for the other people. They were very compassionate, they were very spiritual, they had very kind heart. No matter what happened in their life, they were always very kind, they were always very compassionate, they respected the situation of the people, no matter what happened, what were the troubles, no matter. So now destiny has given them exalted Vargottam Venus in their chart. That okay, reap the results, reap the good results out of it. Okay, so it depends upon particularly related to the past life. Now someone will say, Vargottam Venus, particularly exalted, is not good. So I will say that please don't generalize the situations. Don't generalize the situations because astrology does not work like that. I can give you tons of examples where Venus is in other some sign and it is not Vargottam, and still the people is suffering in their married life. Okay, so don't give any such kind of excuses or generalized statements that this is the reason, because when you are talking about the Vargottam planets, you have to understand the results related to the Vargottam planets, because I have seen many people, particularly with respect to my clients, that they will say, I have my Vargottam such and such planet, still in the dasa of that planet I had some problems. Why? Is astrology wrong? Is Jyotish wrong? Okay, because I've seen all these things. Now you have to understand that this can be a divine punishment also. Since I say about the past life karmas, like suppose someone had the chance to cultivate a particular planet because they had all the opportunities in their life. God has blessed them with all the opportunities. Now they could have really cultivated the culture or the nature or behavior with respect to a particular planet, because the significance was blessed by God, but they exploited it, they misused it. So now destiny has given the same planet as Bhargottam in bad dignity. Now destiny has asked them to continue the same thing in some difficult results. That okay, I gave you the opportunity but you exploited it. Okay, take it in this way right now. So it may happen that someone may have debilitated planet Vargottam, and when the dasa related to that planet comes, because as I say, the planet will not deviate from its path because of its purity, because of its constant consistency. It is very consistent regarding its result, regarding its purpose. So suppose a planet is debilitated, not in good dignity, and it is Vargottam at the same time, so you can understand that during the dasa of that planet it will definitely bring difficulty in their life. Okay, because when you're talking about the D9 chart is aspected with respect to or you can say revered with respect to dharma, dharmic principles. Okay, so when you're talking about the Vargottam planets, yes, definitely it is very auspicious to have Vargottam planets, but everything comes with a cost, everything comes with some kind of reasons behind it. So we have to understand it. We should not get into ego, particularly with respect to D9 chart I'm talking about. Since it is D9 chart, if someone is getting very egoistic, I have 2 or more Vargottam planets in my chart, oh, who cares? Oh, destiny is there, divine power is there behind me, they will take care of me. Don't get too much egoistic, so that can be problematic. Now comes the secret number 3. When we are talking about the Vargottam planets, should we check only the planet or should we check the lordship of the planet also? Because when you are checking the lordship of the planet, then there comes a problem. Like suppose your Mercury is Vargottam, but Mercury can be such and such lord in your D1, Mercury can be such and such lord in your D9 also, different lordship. So how to check it? First we have to check the planet as itself, that is the natural significance of the planet. That is the first rule number 1. Like suppose someone will have a Vargottam Saturn. Vargottam Saturn means the Saturnian qualities with respect to that sign will be highly dominant in that person. That means with respect to the planet will be first. Then comes the lordship, and that lordship to be taken with respect to D1. That lordship has to be taken with respect to D1. How? Like suppose Mercury happens to be your 5th lord and Mercury is Vargottam. So how to check it? Your fifth lord becomes Vargottam in the D9 chart. So you will have highly intuitive intelligence. Within your mind there can be lots and lots of things going on. Means you are a problem solver. You are highly intelligent. Your creative skills are obtained by learning. You can learn new things very easily. You can grasp the things very easily because your fifth lord becomes Mercury and it is Vargottam. Then comes the lordship. Now, what about Mercury being the lord of such and such other houses in the D9 chart? Then what happens? Like suppose Mercury becomes the lord of your third house in the D9 chart, and Mercury is Vargottam. So how to check it? It means that now in the D9 chart, since it is the lord of your third house and it is Vargottam, so instinctively, means you can say that within your own self you have a very good quality to communicate with people. You know how to mesmerize someone by your words. Now you have to check in which house it is Vargottam. Like suppose it is in the sixth house, so definitely it can lead to arguments, definitely it can lead to debates. But since it is Vargottam, it also signifies that you might be victorious in your debates because Mercury is the third lord in your D9 chart. Okay. Now here I'm not talking about the associations, here I'm not talking about the aspects and all because that will vary. That will vary. Okay. Here I'm talking about the placements and the lords, and particularly with respect to the planet itself. Okay. Now come the secret number 4. Here I will talk only about the Navamsa chart. Why only the Navamsa chart? And if it is Navamsa chart, then what makes it special? You see, Navamsa chart, if you understand, it is the ninth division. Navamsa, that is the ninth division. So it is related to dharma. It is related to righteous principles. Dharma means every people, every individual will have their own dharma. Here dharma means duty, here dharma means responsibility, here dharma means ideals. What you feel about something in your mind, in your soul, that becomes your dharma. Like a dharma of a son is different, a dharma of a father is different. Okay. Here dharma doesn't means religion. Please don't get mistaken about that. Here dharma doesn't means religion. Here dharma means duty, your responsibility. That is the reason we say matri dharma, pitri dharma, putra dharma. Okay. So D9 chart will actually represent where your dharmic principles lies. And in the D9 chart, if a particular planet is seen to be Vargottam, that means that planet has more control over your dharma. That's the reason you will see that many times you will see that, I have seen the Lagna chart and such and such person doesn't seem to do some bad deeds, but he did something or she did something which is not meant to be done. And then you check the chart, you will see, he or she has a Vargottam planet. Still, why she or he went into some wrong deeds? We have to check the sign, we have to check the dignity of the planet. That will decide the duty, the ideals, the responsibility, and the thought process. Sometimes it happens the opposite also. Like suppose if any auspicious planets in good dignity becomes Vargottam, like suppose Jupiter is Vargottam in good dignity, you will see that whatsoever the situation the person is all about, in the worst most situation also, the person will not lose his or her patience, the person will not lose his or her kindness, the person will be from the birth, very kind, very compassionate, very emotional, always ready to help others, always ready to understand the emotions of others. No matter whatsoever the person is going in their own life can be a hell. Still, they will not forget to help others. That's how the auspicious way you can see Vargotam planets. That's the reason the dharmic principles become very important. Because the people who are adhered to wrong deeds, wrong path in their life, even they may also have Vargotam planets in their chart. Even they may have. So how to decode it? You must decode it, because in this way that maybe the planets are not in good dignity, and that's how the dharmic principles are bounding them to take some wrong path. So they feel whatever they are doing correct. Now point number 5. Dasa and transits. No matter how the planet is posited in Vargotam state, debilitated, exalted, friendly sign, neutral sign, enemy sign, in whichever houses it is, Dasa and transit will actually decide when and how the results will come. If the planet is in good dignity, like suppose exalted Mercury, or exalted Moon, exalted Venus, or even Rahu or Ketu also, for the sake, if suppose Rahu and Ketu are in good houses and they are Vargottam, the Dasa of Rahu and Ketu can give you very good results, provided they should be in good sign, they should be in good houses in Vargottam state. That is in good dignity I'm talking about. No matter what planet it is going to give you very good results. Just the opposite, if suppose the planet is not in good dignity, like suppose it is debilitated, particularly it is said that a planet, if it is debilitated and Vargottam, then it is equivalent to give very bad results also, because as I said, it is prescribed to give its complete result. It will not distract itself, it will not deviate itself. So in the dasa of that planet, it becomes very important. So if you are having any Vargottam planet, you must check your dasa sequence. You must also check in which sign it is there, what is the dignity. Okay. Next part comes with respect to marriage and spiritual path. That is also very important. Why marriage and spiritual path I'm talking about? Because D9, as I said, that D9 chart shows your inner abilities, your inner qualities, what you are from within. That is the reason D9 chart is particularly used to see or check the married life of a person. Because after you get married, your partner will be able to know you better than anyone else. Because that is the D9, because the D9 will get activated that time. Your inner qualities, your behavior, your actions, your partner will get impacted, and you will also get impacted by the D9 chart of your partner, the energies of the planets. So it is said that suppose you are having Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and benefic moon. Particularly benefic moon. Why benefic moon? Because Mercury and moon, they are conditional benefics. Okay. So here particularly with respect to moon I'm talking about. Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and benefic moon. If they are Vargottam in your chart, then it is said that it is going to give very good results with respect to marriage, in partnerships. And out of these four, particularly Jupiter, Venus and benefic moon, out of these four, Jupiter, Venus and benefic moon, if they are Vargottam, then it becomes more auspicious. with respect to married life is considered, provided they are in good dignity, provided they are not in any bad influence, bad houses, or enemy sign, or debilitated. Okay, if they are in good dignity, friendly sign, or even exalted, then it is seen that in the married life of that person, whatsoever problem comes, whatsoever there can be communication issues, there can be other troubles, there can be other things, you will see the problems will get resolved very easily. When you're talking about the spiritual path, then I will add here Jupiter, Venus, Moon, and Ketu, particularly with respect to spiritual paths. If you have Moon, Ketu, Venus, and Jupiter, Vargottam, with respect to spiritual path, these people are highly spiritual. These people have a particular nature to follow their good principles in their life. Yes, definitely, provided in good dignity. Okay. Why Venus? Because Venus is the significator of the D9 chart. That's the reason Venus. Okay. And you have to understand that Venus exalts in the sign of Pisces. Okay. So it makes a person compassionate. That is the reason Venus becomes an important part here with respect to spiritual path. Okay. Choosing the right decisions, choosing the right principles in their life. Dharma. Okay. Another thing here which I will also talk about, that is one more secret, is that when we are talking about the malefic planets, what if a malefic planet is Vargottam? And here I am talking about the natural malefic planets. You may say that, for the Libra ascendant people, Saturn is the yoga karaka, Saturn is the benefic, functional benefic for the Libra ascendant people. I am not talking about the functional benefics. I am talking particularly regarding the natural malefics I am talking about. That is Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu, and I will not add here Sun, because Sun is not actually malefic. Sun is a cruel planet, but Sun is not. You can say afflicted Sun. If Sun is afflicted, then only. Otherwise, I will not take Sun over here. My concern will be only for Saturn, Mars, Rahu, and Ketu. If they are Vargottam in your chart, then this brings lots and lots of responsibilities with respect to the energies of those planets. I will give you an example. Suppose your Saturn is Vargottam, and in the D9 chart, that Vargottam Saturn sits in the 7th house. So how do you decode it? Since Saturn is Vargottam, so it means huge responsibility in life, huge hard work. You have to follow the challenges, and then the good results will come. The magnitude of the good results will depend upon the dignity of Saturn. If suppose Saturn is exalted, Saturn is in friendly sign, then the hard work and struggles will lead to good results. But since, as I said, that it is in the 7th house, for example, 7th house is marriage. So in your married life, in your partnership, in any kind of collaboration, you have to take huge responsibility without thinking about your own goals. You have to just follow the right thing, the right principles, in order to maintain the bonding, the relationship between you and your partner. You have to always balance the life. So this kind of responsibilities comes. Why? Because D9 chart has something to do with married life, because it shows your inner nature. So when you are connecting with other person, it gets activated. Although D9 chart gets activated right from your birth itself. Someone will say that it activates after 32, after 36 years. No, I'm not in that kind of sentence or statements. I don't believe in those kind of statements, because they say this kind of statements because of only one reason, that by the time we turn 32 or by the time we turn 36, there is enough maturity within us to understand the nature of the D9 chart. That's the reason. But In essence, D9 chart is activated right from the birth itself. You have to understand the married life, check the D9 chart. You have to understand the profession, take the D9 chart. You have to understand the birth of a child or career, take the D9 chart. So it is getting activated right from the birth itself. Okay. So particularly with respect to malefic planets, if it is Vargottam, it brings huge amount of responsibility and channelizing of energy. If not channelized properly, this can lead to that other kinds of problems, difficulties, because that malefic nature will be highly overpowering you, dominating you. If it is Mars, it can be aggression. If it is Rahu, it can be desire, obsession. If it is Ketu, it can be heightened detachment, that you don't care anything. Okay. So if channelized properly, this can give very good results. So if I come into a conclusion regarding the Vargottam planets, I will say that all the situations in which Vargottam planets occurs in a particular horoscope, not all the situations are good, but overall it is considered auspicious. So next time when you check the Vargottam planets in your chart, you must check 2-3 things very essentially. What is the dignity of the planet? In which house it is? If the dignity is good, definitely it is going to give you good results. Then check whether it is natural benefic or natural malefic. If it is natural benefic, then it is again going to give you very good results without any troubles. If it is natural malefic, then proper channelization of those kind of energies are indicated in the chart. Okay, then only it is going to give you very good results. There are some other secrets also I will share in the other some content. If you have any query or question related to Vargottam planets, because I feel that something which I said in this chart, in this content, there are many things actually which might raise questions. So your questions are welcome. If I find some questions are really good, I will make a question answer session also on the Vargottam planets. Okay, so you can share your opinions, you can share your queries and questions with respect to this particular content in the comment section. And if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new content you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. So next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting content. Thanking you. Bye bye.